How did we as a society succumb to the acceptance of poor grammar, four-letter words, foul language, swearing, cursing, and potty mouth as an acceptable way to use in the beauty of this wonderful language that we have? When did we forget that our children mirror, they model everything that we do? We are the guides, the teachers, and the parents. Ruffen, Fashioning Femininity, Style, and Truth. How I love saying that. Hello, my League of Eagles. Welcome. I am Joy Ruffen, and I'm here to take you on a journey where power, equality, and divine femininity, style, and truth intersect. Maybe it's safe to say we all seek truth, love, and beauty. Would you be able to say that? And through these weekly conversations, I'm going to be sharing insights with you, perspectives and mindset shifts that will ignite, hopefully inspire, and impact your leadership and signature style through the lenses, I don't know if that's a word, of the divine feminine. Because as your minister of enlightenment, awareness, and awakenings, we're in big throngs of awakenings now. My mission I've given myself is to guide you, breaking down and breaking away and freeing ourselves from the old programming and embracing the true essence of our feminine energy. One that is not about the conditioning, the programming, the sexualizing, being objectified and marginalized. Many of us can't even admit that, but about our strength, our intuition, and our authenticity. There's so much to share with you. So each week I'm going to be diving into a topic or a conversation. Now this week, this one might throw you for a loop, and some of you might, I can't speak for what you might do, but I'm thinking you're going to say, well, how does this topic relate and tie in to signature style, leadership, and blah, blah, blah? Well, here we're talking big time about power and about equality, style, freedom, and femininity. And they're all intertwined and connected. So what is today's topic? How about communications? I love this. Grammar and foul language. I don't even like saying it. So you're going to say, well, how does she come up with this and how does this relate? Well, let's see where we go, because under that word of power, success, money, didn't learn, but brought this into the equation today, goes the word or the means of communicating. So when did this art and skill of communications slip down into the rabbit hole? Way down. It's there now, and many of us, it seems, are not able to get out of the rabbit hole because it's so easy to mail into what's prevalent today and make excuses. And this time around, because of the political correctness that so many have said has become the death of us, many of us. And very few will speak up about how our beautiful language, which I am not an expert on, and I have a lot of issues, but how we speak has been taken down to the depths of, should I say it or should I just leave it? Everything goes, an excuse for everything. There was a time when in the circles of the communications industry and the company that you kept, it was a little bit more exemplary. So what's happened to us and why? How did we as a society succumb to the acceptance of poor grammar, four-letter words, foul language, swearing, cursing, and potty mouth as an acceptable way to use in the beauty of this wonderful language that we have? When did we forget that our children mirror, they model everything that we do? We are the guides, the teachers, and the parents. I don't know what's happened, but Kids, everything that they see, they hear, and they feel, and they witness, they emulate, they model it, and they partake of it as part of their essence. So isn't it up to all of us to be the role model, the new example? Because if they hear you using the language, and that's where they're going. And then the system, the educational system, the communication systems, you can say, well, when did she become the authority? Well, I'm not. But when I say the major broadcasting networks and the fashion industry, they seem to have gotten caught up in the madness of this politically correct and accepting everything as a sad display of being the guides and the leaders that they're here to be. Back in the day when speaking and communicating to the public was at its highest realm. But today, any and every and all is accepted. The beautiful, and this word will throw a lot of people like the word proper and class and those others. When did the use of the English language drop way, way, way down and began to accept the poor usage of the language? I know that's very hard to accept, but who's going to speak up about it? No one. I can stand alone. I prefer to have company. It's time for me and you and those who care to call on those who care and are able to stand up and only accept what they're willing to pay their dues for. And if not, to do due diligence to the work required to be the best examples of speaking, reading, and writing that the networks used to attract, that the fashion industry used to exemplify in so many ways. But now it's changed. It's all about the two B's and the B and what's underneath and what's showing and the more skin. I am not a Puritan. I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not attempting to be a Buddha or a saint or goody two-shoes, but I see, and I have a lot of issues. So I'm not perfect, nor do I want to be, but I do like excelling and rising to the top of whatever you're supposed to be about. Many of you will say that, oh my goodness, she's so outdated, she's old school, old fashioned back in the day. Yes, I am. And a lot of the foundational stuff is gone and it's not coming back. But when it comes to the power of you, the success of you, the knowing going within of who we are, that's where we have to begin. And this doesn't apply only, oh God, do I love to say this. It's not about the underserved, the underprivileged, and the underrepresented strata. That's just an excuse because there are many, many people who are at a higher level in all the different realms who are not adhering to what ought to be an exemplary example. So how do you rise and climb and make the best of your representation of who you are and your standards? Aren't we all to be exemplary examples of what is to be? Today, anything and everything is accepted because we don't judge anymore, and nor should we. That answer to call is not a judgment. It's about a feeling. It's about a viewing, a seeing, a hearing, and a knowing that we are way off of the master plan. Because no matter what our higher source might be, when you get to wherever that is for you, you think they'll be using language that's really not acceptable, and they'll be dressing in ways that it's all about skin. I don't think so. And if I'm wrong, that's okay too. Let me know. It's time to call on those, I do love to say this, that are willing and able to stand up and say, not now, not this time. We're not going to settle for the mediocrity that's so prevalent now. Love is being able to see, hear, and witness it and not judge it, yet to question, where are we now? What's happening to us? All the money in the world will not make up for where we lack in our moral compass, in our character, in the honor and the principle of who we are. So in addition to bad usage of the language and foul and swearing and all of that, who is going to stand up and say, not now? So I'm calling on all of the, I'm going to be blasted, I can take it. I'm calling on all the church folks, the gents and the ladies, the church ladies especially, which I grew up with, the gurus and the spiritual leaders. And every now and then I even come across spiritual leaders who I'm just amazed. They let four-letter words slip out and they use them from time to time. Every now and then we all slip. None of us are perfect. We didn't come here to be perfect, but we came here to evolve, to rise, to soar and ascend to the heights of the best within us. When we're talking about power, style, leadership, equality, divine femininity, and masculine, because we have both. We're talking about the best within us. And we won't have that until we begin to not accept what is so prevalent now. So who's going to join in and say to me, oh, wow, that was some conversation you had with us. This is on my new channel, Fashioning Femininity, Style, and Truth. Truth is an ending word. I'm so grateful that it's there because that's where we're at. Well, it's been a joy being with you. I hope that this time around you gain some insights, that I sparked something within you, because this is your journey, your power, and your time. And you're here to rise and ascend to the heights of the best within you. So each week I'm going to bring you a lot of play, and we'll all intertwine, intersect, and wind around leadership, divine femininity, and owning who you are, who we are. Because you are the pioneers, the trailblazers, the front runners, and you're setting the examples. So let's have fun in the process and enjoy the journey. And from my heart to yours, until the next time, oh, I know this is going to spark a lot of conversation. I can't wait to hear. Let's not hold back. Send me the good, the bad, and the so-so. We don't do ugly. So stay bold and stay radiant and stay the best you. Keep that sparkle in your heart. Remember, the heart and soul connected. We don't settle. We soar and we rise to greet the best of us. So until the next time, I can't wait to hear from you. I'm sending you much, much love from my heart to you. All the best.